Okay, guys, I'm back and I'm having such a good night in Cameron. I just came out of a private, so I'm taking a 10-minute break to come here and share with you guys what are the top five titles you'll hear. Or type of title names that you'll hear. Now, keep in mind, because I am a soft dom in the business, I'm speaking from the place of a woman who takes on the role of being the dom, not the submissive, not the sub. I'm a soft dom, but that simply means that I guide gently, and I don't take out a whip and go wah, right. I'm more or less like, good job, you're doing it, keep up the good work, right? Or and sometimes I get requests for men sometimes do want me to be a little bit more mean. I do get that, but more than likely, I usually present myself as a soft dom, so it's just a little bit more relaxed for me. I'm a lot more comfortable with being a soft dom because it's closely related to who I am just outside the business. I'm a nurturer, so it's just a combination of being able to be firm, strict, but also be able to lead with gentleness, just like I would in my real life, right? It's not such an extreme variation of who I am in my personal, right? So it's a lot more easier for me to play a role that's closely related to my already natured self. So I said that to say, though, because again, I'm still under the role of being a dom in that kind of way. The type of guys that I get, a regular dom or a more hardcore dom, she's gonna get the same guys, she's gonna get the same type of men. She's just gonna be a little bit more rough around the edges, or a little bit more, basically meaner than I would be, right? And so, with that being said, though, these are the top five titles that, again, if you are taking on the role as a soft dom and or dom, or even if you're just being a regular vanilla, if that makes sense, in the industry, or somewhat of a switch, because you can be that too as you lead your guys. So for me, we're just gonna name them off. Pay piggies. I don't even know how I can say that, but that's what they would be called. Then you got pups, you got slaves, you got servants, and I have to spell it because we're right here at TikTok as well. Then you got SISSY guys, okay? Let me go with them first because they're a little bit more detailed. SISSY guys, which I love them. I almost feel sorry for them, but I love them because these are the guys that like to play dress up. These are the guys that you can, if you want to, them to put lip, they're gonna want to be in makeup. These are the ones that you can dress up, put makeup, put lip gloss, to really kind of get them prepared to do whatever is in that role play, right? Every part of that can be however you guys go about doing it. I'm trying to be very not so much with the details right here at TikTok, but again, that in that role play, SISSY role play, your job is to encourage, guide, and to build the confidence in your SISSY as it relates to makeup, dress, and style, and just getting them to be their best selves, again, to do whatever it is you guys are going to fantasy play within that, right? Now, what else did I say? Your next person is going to be your piggy, but I'm going to try to stay away from the word pay, but that's what it's called. That's the total title name. But we're not going to just keep repeating the pay part because, again, I'm right here at TikTok, so those are the disclaimers. But so you got your piggy. What is a piggy or a pay piggy? Is basically someone who falls into usually the category of, well, this could be tricky, y'all. No pun intended. But this could be really tricky because you can have the guy that calls himself or says he wants to be your pay piggy, and then he can just bless you with a whole lot of moolah one good time and be on about his business. Now, I'm just going to flow with you guys. I'm not going to get up and turn on my light. I usually do, but I'm just going to flow with it as we are. So that's that type, because you got to be careful with them, though, because in my opinion, in my experience of 15 years, those pay piggies, they will come in and they will tip you big, and then you probably won't hear from them. They don't last long, is what I'm saying. You don't want to put you see, because then we could get into financial dom and all that other stuff, and that's a total different separate category that I definitely want to share a little bit more over on my YouTube, because I can really get descriptive regarding that. So I'll just kind of stay away from that right here at TikTok. But all I'm saying to you ladies is, don't get confused between your PAY piggies and those that are genuine FD guys that are really there to basically spoil you because they get off on you taking their moolah. Okay, that's FD guys. Okay. Anywho, going down the list, and so you got that. Then you got your servants, which are my favorites. You guys should know this by now. Jelena Nails has what? I don't have pay piggies. I don't have piggies. I don't have, slaves. I have servants, right? Servants are my favorite type because they just fall somewhere in the middle with me. They're not beggars. Sometimes those pay piggies can become really, really beggy. And again, you have pups, right? And pups are the same or similar to piggies, but pups to me are just more baggy, just like a puppy, right? For those that have puppies, puppies will beg and cry and whatever. They want to be pet and they want to be, and you will find if you have more pups, you'll come to find out or get burnt out, because in my experience, they tend to tip you. They tend to pay you give you your goodies or your moolah, and then later on they start to try to lowball you. They'll try to negotiate. They'll start off really, really tipping you good in the beginning, like the first time, and then that. In other words, let's just say you get a pup that gives you or a pay piggy for that matter, but let's just say you get them to give you, let's say 100 moolah, right? And the next time around, he's going to come to you and be like, well, goddess, well, mistress, is it okay if I just, he tries to lowball you, is it okay if I just, because I haven't got paid, pay piggies, and let me make this very clear. If y'all don't hear nothing else I'm saying, pay piggies and freaking pups are the ones that are working a regular 9 to 5, and most times they got to wait till Friday. Right? And they make all these excuses, or they're the ones that's living at home still with their mamas. I'm not trying to say they're in the basement, y'all, but that's what's going on. And they might be on a fixed income. They might even be special needs. That's one thing that I noticed that about pups. Pups tend to also be somewhat, and this is just a whole nother topic, but be mindful of it, you guys. Pay piggies and pups tend to be younger, neurodivergent, special needs. Yes, all of that. I've come to recognize that over the 15 years, majority of them. And so I handle them with care. Please hear me when I say this, you guys, in sweetness and in compassion and love. I handle them with care, but it can get tiring after dealing with a pay piggy and or a pup, because they don't usually have the financial backing to stick through it through the long haul. Okay, so just know the difference. In other words, if there's a guy that's saying, hey, I would love to be I'm your piggy, or I'm your pup, or I'm your puppy, then then you got to tread lightly with that, unless you don't mind, just trying it out and just, getting a little bit of tips here. I'm not saying throw them away completely. That's not what I'm saying. Just be mindful that they're not usually going to be the guys that come through, not normally, and stick around real long, because their finances won't stretch that long. And you'll end up having just a collection of a whole bunch of piggies and pups just in your DMs, bugging the crap out of you and begging you for free stuff all the time, right? And I think I covered it, you guys. And of course, servants, and then of course we have slaves. I think throughout the years I've only had 2 SLAVESs. I don't like any part of my job where I really actually have to work. And so slaves, the irony is that they're supposed to be the slave, but I feel like I have to work more to keep them being obedient. And this is why I am a soft dom, because I think as a soft dom, I don't have to work as hard and rigid to keep my fellas in line. Okay, so if you guys got any questions, see me over there on my YouTube. You can leave a comment on one of my videos. I'll try to send this over here at my YouTube. So if you're watching from YouTube, just leave it right there at the bottom or whatever. And I think I'm okay. I think I got one more video after this, but for right now, I'm going to log back into camming. You guys will hear me see me in the next one. Kisses. Bye for now.